Welcome to the fourth Sunday of Advent, except it's not. We don't have a worship service here. Unfortunately, in the whole time that we've been live streaming since the beginning of 2020, this was the first time that the live stream didn't take. Something went wrong and the service was not live streamed and was not recorded, so we don't have any part of it. I'm going to share just a little bit of the theme of that service and an invitation to events coming up, and then an invitation to contact us. So I hope you stay tuned and just listen in. The theme on Advent 4 was Emmanuel, that promise of God with us. And God being there with Joseph. We had the Joseph story as he finds out his fiancée is pregnant and it's not his, but in a dream, he is told by an angel that Mary is telling the truth, that he is to marry Mary, and that he is to name her son Jesus, which means the Lord saves, for he will save his people from their sins. And Joseph trusts, and he does that. And by naming Jesus, he legally adopts Jesus as his own son. He takes care of and responsibility for Jesus, and Jesus becomes part of the line of David, going back in the Jesse tree tradition that we've been talking about. We talked about how God promises to be with us. Emmanuel. I shared in the children's sermon that when people take a selfie, they have someone else or a scene in. If God takes a selfie, you're going to be in it, because God promises to be with us. So just be thinking about that all through the week. If God took a selfie now, I'd be in it. And remember a God who promises to be with us. And we're preparing to celebrate that in an ultimate way with the Christmas story. These next 2 weeks are Christmas celebrations. We had the 4 weeks of Advent, and we now have 2 weeks of Christmas celebration on the 11th and on the 18th. 8:30 a.m. in person and live stream, it's going to work, and 11 a.m. in person, both of those days. I invite you to a couple extra events on the 18th. On the 18th at 2 p.m., we have a Blue Christmas, or a quiet Christmas service. It's a service that's specially geared for people who are hurting, going through a difficult time, who don't want the happy, happy, joy, or need something else also. And so 2 p.m. on the 18th is that. At 3 p.m., people want to do Christmas caroling, gathering together and going out and Christmas caroling some of our members. And so it's a great opportunity. At 5 p.m. on the 18th, we gather for a Christmas dinner here at church. All are invited. Call the office or look up the email and find more information about that. On December 24th, Christmas Eve, we have 2 services at 3 p.m. and at 9 p.m. But we have extended prelude music beforehand. So you want to be here at 2:30 or at 8:30. Come here at 2:30, and then the 3 o'clock service, the children family service. Children are narrating the Christmas story and acting that out as we're invited into that. 9 o'clock is a traditional Christmas Eve service with the candlelight. Both services have communion. Both services, the 3 and the 9, will be live streamed. So take advantage of that. On Christmas Day, Sunday, December 25th, there's just a single service at 10 a.m. And it will only be in person here, not live streamed. However, we will have a service available online. The Synod is providing a service of lessons and carols. So on December 25th, there's a service of lessons and carols that everyone can watch that day or any time after. And then on January 1st, again, Sunday, January 1st, we have a service, a single service at 10 a.m. in person and live streamed, and that will be a service of lessons and carols. So there's a lot coming up, chances to celebrate the Christmas story and know what it means that God got into our skin and bones in Jesus and makes these incredible promises to us, and that God keeps showing up. So I invite you to show up, in person or online. And by the way, there's a QR code here. If you scan that with your camera and and go ahead and select the little option that comes up. You have a chance to just fill out a quick Google form, check in, let us know what's going on with you, any prayer requests, how the online service is working for you, anything like that. So I invite you to go ahead and let us know about that. But thank you for being part of our worshiping community. I pray that you will find this Christmas season a time of blessing and a time of experiencing God and God's amazing promises. God be with you.